my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Control systems all reporting back.
Attention all personnel. This is to serve as a reminder.
The Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
Don't let Maxon age. He's a brilliant tactician and experiences. I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with a Deathclaw.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I'm not here for small talk.
Suit yourself. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So,
Enough. He didn't tell me anything.
makes sense. We've been trying to keep it under wraps until the time was right. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
This is a waste of time.
This isn't a request night. Maxon put you on this project for a reason. I suggest you follow his orders to the letter. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's gonna take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
That doesn't sound hard to fix.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll just run down to the local giant robot store and buy myself some how-to manuals. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan now.
Unless you like getting rid. Radiation sickness.
You can't stop the press.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never lacks for excitement.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
Hey.
How may I be of service?
Piper.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Hey.
What can I do? You holding up, Blue?
Yeah, holding up.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. You're a vault dweller. You might not be wearing the blue jumpsuit, but the Pip-Boy and that fish out of water look? dead giveaways. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. Besides, I'm already following you around. Might as well get some quotes while we're at it.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
You're all living in rusty shacks, killing each other. My god, the smell.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be a fun one to quote. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Find who's responsible and make them pay. Simple as that.
I'll take anger over apathy any day. Good quote. Thanks, Blue. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, we should probably get going. Thanks again.
Hey.
Just let me know.
Hey, Piper.
Something to say?
It's time we part ways.
Sure thing. I'll head home.
Selling papers is busy work, mister.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary, prepared for the future.
Ah,
Put your hands up.
you gotta be kidding me.
We have the entire Commonwealth to explore. Where should we go next? A pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready to depart?
Time to hit the road.
Wonderful. I look forward to traveling with you.
What? Let's do this!
Your emotions appear to be an anomaly in your programming. Perhaps you should have them purged. How may I be of service? Being non-organic, these rats won't affect me. You, that's a different story.
Too many miles on the road. This pay is terrible.
Excuse me.
Stick to the roads, and you got a better chance of surviving.
Don't eye the promenade if you gotta do this. Hey, at least it's honest work.
If you're looking to do some trading, look for the depot. Alexis has just about anything you could need.
Hey there.
Hey, an outsider with a vault suit. There's something you don't see every day. Don't say anything, but man, I'd love to be out there.
You should check it out. It's got a lot to offer these days.
Maybe someday. At the rate we're working these days, maybe sooner than later.
Hope you guys get some breaks at least. You can't work all the time.
Tell me about it. They say it's all the moving parts that have us working round the clock these days. Structurally, I guess 81 is still pretty sound. Vault Tech sure knew what they were doing when they set these places up. Well, I don't want to keep you, and I gotta get back to work. Maybe I'll see you around.
You should stop by and see Horatio while you're here. Can't imagine you come across many barbers in the Commonwealth.
Sorry about the maintenance. It never ends these days.
Stay safe, sir.
Watch out for the maintenance. It never ends around here.
You whipping up a new batch of pies today? I heard Alexis promised one to Ellen.
We got a barber here if you need it. Not saying you do.
Don't you go on thinking you're so clever. Those pies are going to be for Calvin and his crew.
Ashes!
Seeds. I need more seeds.
Realized my wife was so cold-blooded.
Mark, I swear. Over 40 years of marriage.
Another new face in the vault,
Your
eh?
blessings you're still alive.
What is it we're needing now, fella?
Back off, Grandpa. I don't have time for you.
Watch your tongue, young man. You should treat your elders with more respect.
Hello, Mark.
Another new face in the vault, eh? What is it we're needing now, fella?
I should not be saying on the air.
I'm afraid that information's classified, sir. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Gwenny let in a good one. That sense of humor is just what this vault needs. The people here, they're a bit overworked these days. Some blame the overseer. But it ain't Gwenny's fault. Poor girl. Just landed the right position at the wrong time.
I'm sure she's doing her best.
Oh, she is. She's a smart gal. And maintaining this bucket of bolts ain't easy. Well, I best be getting back to it. Don't want the old lady on me again. 62 years old and still fiery as ever.
You must be that new traveler Gwen let in. It's always nice to see a new face around here.
Whatever, lady.
You Commonwealth folk and your manners. Oh, I tell you, you're like a different breed. If you need any food for the road or just feeling hungry, you let me know. Our menu isn't quite as exotic as the Commonwealth, but it'll do in a pinch.
Do you run this place by yourself?
Heavens no, I'd be a wreck. My husband, Mark, he helps me, though mostly with the tasting.
Let's see what you got.
I never get anything done on an empty stomach.
I gotta say, being married to the best baker in 81 sure has its perks. It must be rough living out there.
Dr. Forsyth is
Wish
asking
my
to see
mom
you.
and dad wouldn't fight so much.
Well, hello.
Excuse me, mister. Have you seen my cat?
How much would you pay to get him back?
You can have my teddy bear. I've kind of outgrown him anyway.
That's all?
I can give you my kickball. I really like it. But I like Ash's better.
Look, kid, pay me what it's worth, or I'm not helping.
You can have my silver locket. My mom gave it to me. I like it better than anything in the world. Except Ash's, of course.
So I'm not getting a reward, then?
I'm not giving you anything. You're just a greedy jerk.
Hi there.
Have you changed your mind? Will you look for Ash's?
If your cat's out in the Commonwealth, he's probably dead.
Don't say that. It's not true. Now are you going to help me or not?
If your cat's out in the Commonwealth, he's probably dead.
Don't say that. It's not true. Now are you going to help me or not?
I'll find him for you.
Thank you. His name is Ashes. He's the sweetest little gray cat. I just want him to come home.
I can't wait till I don't have to go to school anymore.
Austin.
Someday, I'm gonna check out the Commonwealth. If my grand lets me.
Calvin's always looking for tools. Sure they'll pay caps if you got them.
Welcome, welcome. I hope I'm not being presumptuous, but I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you mind donating some medical samples, even just a blood sample?
I might, for some caps.
All right. The Overseer did give me a few caps for this. How does 50 caps sound?
That hardly seems enough.
I suppose I can use the rest of my allotment. I can give you 100 caps.
You'll have to do better than that to get your pound of flesh.
You drive a hard bargain. I can give you 150, but not a cap more. Just have a seat, and I'll draw some blood. This'll only take a sec. There. Hardly hurt a bit, eh? Here are the caps I promised you. Thank you. This will be a great help. Now.
Dr. Forsyth.
I've heard some doctors out there specialize in facial reconstruction. I can't imagine it can fix every of those patients.
You're that wanderer from the Commonwealth. I'm Rachel. I assist Dr. Forsyth with his medical duties. Are you sick or injured?
Patch me up, Doc.
Now, go over your symptoms for me, one at a time.
Haven't been hitting the chems too hard.
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
No trouble with radiation today, Doc.
Good.
No bullet wounds or broken bones today.
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
You're that Commonwealth traveler, aren't you?
You got guts wearing that Pip-Boy in the Commonwealth.